Yes, sir. Welcome back to Max 3 Picks. And guess what? We still cashing these tickets, baby. You guys know what time it is, man. Listen, man. Hey, hope you guys out there enjoying life. Took a week off. Maybe you guys caught the flag football. I'm sorry, the Pro Bowl game. And I hope you guys ain't putting no real money on that. Man, listen. Remember about 10 years ago when the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl was actually serious. Like the teams and the guys was taking it serious, man. Let's get back to that, man. I know guys don't want to get hurt and want to protect their bag. Let's get back to real football, guys, or don't even have it at all because this stuff is terrible now. All these gimmicks. But yeah, man. Hope you guys out there enjoying life. Like I said, listen. The conference championship. Hey, we did pretty good that week. We went 3 out of 4. You know which one lost. I got them on. I'll take the L. But to be honest with you guys, man, I made a fan bet. I was betting like a fan. And this, if you guys follow me, you guys know I rarely bet my team because I just want to watch the game in peace. Don't want to be riding no money on it. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. But deep down in my gut, I knew the truth. I felt the vibe around the city. We was just too hype. It was just too hype. I like the Ravens as dogs, man. Like, if you're a Ravens fan, you know Ravens, we play better as a dog. I don't know what it is about when we are hyped up as a favorite. I don't know if it's something in our mental or it's just the vibe is off. I don't know. But Ravens as favorites, man, I never like it, especially in big games. I like the Ravens to beat them dogs. Like if it now, say for instance, Kansas Chiefs was coming in -3, -4, I felt like we would have stood up and won that game because whatever reason, when they count the Ravens out, that's when we play our best football. But anyway, we took the L there. But let's get straight to where we won, guys. So, like I said, we took the L against the Ravens game. Final score, we took Ravens money line. Final score, Chiefs 17-10. Just couldn't pull it off. Oh man, that touchdown, that fumble by Zay Flowers at the goal line. Maybe he could have took us over, but let's not go back in time and cry over the spilled milk. But we did hit the under 44.5. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a slow game, slow paced game, and it definitely was. It wasn't no point scored until that final touchdown in the second half with the Ravens. So we cashed that under 44.5. The next game we had took Lions plus 7.5, and I thought the Lions was actually going to outright win this game at one point. But 49ers came roaring back like they normally do. But we did cash that ticket. We took plus 7.5. Final score 49ers 34-31. We cashed that. And then we also took over 52, and we easily cashed that ticket. So not a bad week in the conference championship round, guys. We went 3 out of 4, so we did cash those tickets. Not a bad week. But let's get straight to what we all been waiting for. It's Super Bowl weekend, baby. Let's get it. Man, talk about doing some research and trying to shift through all the conspiracies. You guys see them on the internet, man. You go through your IG reel. It's Taylor Swift conspiracy this. Patrick Mahomes conspiracy this. I'm like, man, I guess the color theory was off. Because, Ravens ain't go. So I guess that conspiracy ain't happening. But listen, guys, I'm all about the conspiracies and, the fun little, Instagram posts and stuff like that. But let's get down to business. What do you see with your eyes? These things right here, these two things right here, what do you see with your eyes? At the end of the day, you can look at all the stats. You can look at those conspiracies. You can look at the Taylor Swift stuff. What do you see with your own 2 eyes? And that's going to really determine how to make this pick. So I do like a side, but I like a better bet that's better than a side. But I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you my Super Bowl pick. I'm going to give you my best bet, and I'm going to give you some props as well that I like. So let's get straight to it. I'm going to run down these props first, to make things a little exciting with the anticipation with the pick. So let's get the props out the way first. So one of the first props I'm liking C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey, over 128.5 rush plus receiving yards. That's rushing and receiving yards, meaning when he catches the ball out the backfield, he'll get those yards too. Right now, you can grab that -125. I like that play because I do think C-Mac is definitely going to be a big factor in this game, as we know he usually is in the 49ers offense. But I like him not only running the ball. I do think, you're going to see a lot of C-Mac in the screens try to catch the 49ers off guard. Excuse me, the Chiefs off guard, thinking C-Mac is just going to be running straight up the gut. I think they're going to be using him more in the pass game in this game as well. So I do like C-Mac over 128.5 rush and receiving yards combined. My next pick I like. You got to take this, man. The cameras is going to be flash on this guy right here. Every time he catch a ball, man, they're gonna look up. Who are you gonna see? Is she over there? Is she watching the game? But anyway, I like Travis Kelce. I do like him to get over 70.5 receiving yards in this game. Right now, you can grab that at -130. I think he gets that. Travis Kelce. One thing I'll say, especially watching the game against the Ravens, is, man, him and Patrick Mahomes, they definitely got that no look. Hey, I know where the ball's going to be. It don't matter, because I seen him make one play. Mahomes basically got his legs taken out from underneath him on the sack, just threw the ball up. Somehow Kelce knew where the ball was going to go, dived and caught the ball, man. So I can see him getting 70 yards, and I can really, if they get he could really probably get this before the half, to be honest with you, because when all else is in doubt, we know Mahomes is going to go to his guy, Kelce. So Travis Kelce over 70.5 receiving yards, -130. My next prop I like is Patrick Mahomes passing attempts. Not passing yards, passing attempts. That means he throw the ball. If it hit the ground, it's still an attempt. It don't matter. Over 36.5. Right now, you can get that -125. One thing I know about the Chiefs, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, yes, they're going to run that ball for Pacheco. But guess what? If you haven't learned anything in these playoffs, Mahomes have been throwing that ball more often than not. So over 36 times, I feel like he'll definitely get this, especially if the game, if it's going to get tight or it's getting certain situations, he's going to be passing that ball. So I definitely like Patrick Mahomes over 36.5 passing attempts. Right now, you can grab that again at -125. My next pick, I like Harrison Butker. Butler, am I saying that right? Well, the Kansas City Chiefs field goal kicker. That's who Harrison Butker. I like him to actually kick over 1.5 field goals in this game. You can get that at -120. And then I also like George Kittle. Yes, George Kittle, the tight end that everyone seems to forget about sometimes. George Kittle, man, don't forget this guy. Like, I know Kelsey's doing his thing, and we got Mark Andrews, and Detroit got the new kid on the block with their tight end. Don't forget, man, just 2-3 years ago, before Kittle started, getting little nicks and nags and injuries, this guy was the top tight end in the league, man. Like, don't forget. And every once in a while, he shows up. So, George Kittle right now, you can get his receiving yards at 49.5 at -120. I like that play. Don't forget about this guy. I think, teams tend to forget about this guy because he plays a big role in the 49ers blocking scheme. But I'm telling you, man, all it takes is one play, and he'll break out down that sideline and get a big rip-off for a touchdown or something. So Kittle over 49. Don't sleep on George Kittle in this game. I'm telling you guys. I like Kittle over 49.5 yards, -120. And then finally, we got to go to the old boy. Put them black Air Force Ones on, because you guys know what time it is. Debo! You guys know what time it is, man. He going to be laced up with the ski mask on, the Kodak Black with the black forces on. Kick it in your door, man. Debo, over 58.5 yards receiving, -120. Cash that ticket. You guys know what time it is. So that's the props I like, guys. Real quick again, C-Mac, combined rushing and receiving yards, over 128.5. Travis Kelce, over 70.5 receiving yards. Patrick Mahomes, over 36.5 passing attempts. Harrison Butler, over 1.5 field goals made. George Kittle, over 49.5 receiving yards. And Debo Samuel, over 58.5 receiving yards. That's my player props. So let's get into these picks, baby. All right. Man, a lot went into this pick. Sorry, guys. Had picks. pick the the sound effects up. But a lot went into this pick, man. All the research. You guys know the truth, right? You guys know the truth, don't you? You know the truth. What does your eyes see? What do your eyes see when you watch these games on TV leading up to this big game? What have your eyes seen? I'll tell you what your eyes seen. First, I'll start with the Kansas City Chiefs. All season, what was the storyline with them? The weakened Kansas City Chiefs, up and down. The same Kansas City Chiefs that got beat by the Raiders on Christmas. Yeah, I remember that real well because I lost some money on them. Oh, can they do it without Tyreek Hill? Oh, starting off, the only receiver they have is Travis Kelce. No one can catch the ball. Patrick Mahomes has to will this team to greatness. Da-da-da-da-da. But somehow, they just sneaked their way into... Oh, I'm sorry. And Denver beat them. Denver finally broke history and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They haven't beat them in over like 15 games or something crazy stat. But I know it's been at least that many games. And Denver beat them. The Woe Chiefs just hanging along by a thread, limping their way into the playoffs. But that's what they want you to think, right? That's what they want you to think, right? Because once they got into the dance, what started happening? Now, yes, we can look at the Miami game. Miami had to go up into Kansas City, negative degrees, whatever it may have been. But it was very cold outside. Miami limped in there with a depleted running back and, depleted defense and everything else. So we can look past that game. Miami was weakened and the Chiefs won at home. But then the Chiefs go to Buffalo. And we all was on Buffalo. Don't act like you wasn't. Don't act like we all wasn't on Buffalo. And Buffalo had the game in hand. And what happened? What happened? Y'all seen it with your own eyes. Say what you want. You seen it. Now you tell me why in the hell the coach would ever run a fake punt. Not only run a fake punt. If you'd have threw the ball trying to throw it, you ran a fake punt back in your own 30-yard line with who? With who? Who did they run it with, guys? Say it. Your boy Hamilton. Yeah, that went nowhere. Chiefs made it over Buffalo. And then they come to big bad B-ball Lamar Jackson, Action Jackson. Number one defense in the Ravens. And yes, Ravens defense played great. Held them to 17 points. But guess what? They still got out of there with the win, didn't they? Didn't they? First time in history, Ravens held an AFC championship game. And that's what happens. And Kansas City got out of there with the dub and now they're in the Super Bowl. So let's go on the other side. 49ers. First game against Green Bay. Green Bay went in there, had them on the ropes. I'm talking about, I just knew Green Bay was going to win the game, and so did you guys. But here comes Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, roaring back, using his legs, willing himself to get the 49ers in position, to get that Christian McCaffrey touchdown, to put them up, to take the game. It was just too much. Green Bay couldn't come back with their rookie quarterback at the end. And then we see the 49ers the following week against the Lions. Lions did the same exact thing Green Bay did, had them on the ropes. And what happened? Coaching by Dan Campbell, in my opinion, ruined that game. Dan Campbell left less, in my opinion, had left at least 6 points that they needed. Now, I can't blame them. You can't get too mad because this is who the Lions are. This is not their identity. They go for it on fourth down. They've been doing it all year. But coaching had lost this game. They went for it on 1 4th down, didn't get it. Should have kicked the field goal. Okay, the second time, in field goal range again, didn't kick it. That's 6 points you left on the field. And what was the final score? If I go back to my notes, what was the game lost by? 3 points. So I guess those field goals mattered, right? Yeah, I think they did, Dan. But anyway, watching with my own two eyes, what I see one team who looks like they was playing possum all year and starting to heat up at the right time. And I see another team who's been playing well all year, but at the wrong time, once they got into the dance, are starting to have little hiccups, especially on the defensive side. So let me break this down for you. This is going to be a tough, forward, hard-nosed game in the trenches. Quarterbacks, you know who obviously has the edge, the Chiefs. Coaching, you can debate who has the edge here. Two great offensive minds, Andy Reid on the Chiefs, Kyle Shanahan on the 49ers. But who has the resume? Who has the resume right now as far as coaches and quarterbacks? The Chiefs, right? Who's been in this position before? The Chiefs, right? When the lights get bright, who can stay on the lights? Who can stay on the high beams and still drive the car? Maybe the Chiefs, right? Everything's pointing to the Chiefs, right? So you think. So you think, right? So when everything, this is how I think, guys. When everything looks like it's supposed to go, it should be so easy. Your boy Mac likes the big fadeaway jumper. Swish. Give me the San Francisco 49ers money line to win the Super Bowl. Second time around is a charm, guys. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't get caught up in the conspiracies. At the end of the day, you know who the better team is. The Chiefs had limped their way into this position with some help. You can say by the refs. You can say by the NFL with the Taylor Swift thing. And, guess what? That NFL is going to bring in more money when she comes to the games. Whatever you want to say. What I see with my own two eyes, I know I got. Now, the quarterback, Chiefs had. Coaching, Chiefs may have. But I know for a fact, on the offensive side, I got Deebo Samuel. I got C-Mac. I got George Kittle. I got Brandon Ayuk. When I say the Chiefs now, if Kelsey go down, man, what they going to do? If Kelsey goes down for whatever reason, Lord forbid, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And like my mom likes to say, my mom always tell me two things before the game start. She say, as soon as you look at when they show the quarterbacks before the game start, look into the eyes. You going to know who ready and who's scared. And then she says, when you see a quarterback doing this, got the scrambled legs, and I ain't talking about scrambling, trying to duff it. I'm talking about scrambling because they can't do nothing. They ain't got it. And don't forget, man, that Chiefs offensive line ain't that strong. You can get to him. You can get to him. Now, the only weakness I see in the 49ers is on that defensive side. 49ers do like to run that zone scheme, which Patrick Mahomes, he can't eat off of that. But I just can't see it, man. I know they want to this is a big time game. They want to crown this kid like, he might be the new Tom Brady. Not yet. Not yet. Remember, guys, Tom had a 20-year resume, over 20 years. It took a long time for him to get 7 rings. He ain't just get it like that. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like the Chiefs. But I think the story stops here. I think the story stops here, guys. 49ers are the all-around, all-around, talking about an all-around team. The 49ers are the better team, man. You can't deny it. They are. They were number 1 seed for a reason. You were the number 1 seed for a reason. No matter who they played, they was the number 1 seed for a reason. Only team that I've seen really go up there and drop the hammer on them was the Baltimore Ravens. But remember, Baltimore Ravens in his own right was the number 1 seed as well. So give me the 49ers money line to win the Super Bowl outright. And then, but my best bet is for the game, I like the under 47.5. That's my best bet. So if you guys really can't choose a side, You know, I know it's hard, two great teams, it's hard to choose one side, but I do like the under 47.5 in this game. Remember, this is a Super Bowl game. A lot of nerves. I expect this game to be slow starting off. A lot of nerves, shaking out the jitters. A lot of back and forth, couple punts going back and forth, and then we'll get started probably around the second quarter, towards midway through the second quarter, something like that. But yeah, man, 49ers is my Super Bowl winners. Under 47.5 is my best bet. Listen, guys, let's cash these tickets. Hope you guys ride with your boy, but if not, I hope your bets hit. Hey, guess what? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave those comments down there. If you guys got those prop bets, please leave them comments down there. I'm trying to make that super parlay, man. Trying to win 100K. Let's get it, man. Hey, it's your boy Mac, and I'm out. Peace.